There is a ton of controversy regarding Elon Musk over the past couple of days and this whole anti-Semitism thing. Now, largely, this would affect Dogecoin, Tesla, but mostly Twitter, right? In fact, Twitter is already feeling the impact of it, as Apple is immediately to stop advertising on Twitter, as well as Disney to also immediately stop advertising on Twitter. Now, the entire situation can be much better explained by Ben Shapiro. I'm going to show you the clip at the end of the video, but I really want to cover Tesla technicals with you guys. Over the past week or so, I have been posting members only videos on a trade, 1, 2, 3 parts to this trade, and these are Tesla technicals, and I am extremely bullish on Tesla. In today's video, I am also going to be giving you my 2024 Tesla price target. But right now, the bull run I think we are about to enter. So all I ask in return is for you guys to please hit the like button on this video, hit that subscribe button, turn post notifications on. Let's get into it. Another thing to note, guys, of course, as well, if you're not a member on the channel, you also could have gotten this trade in the Discord, so feel free. The link is right under the video. Let's talk about Tesla. Okay, so before we jump into the Tesla technicals, usually stuff regarding Elon Musk has a very deep effect on Dogecoin, and yesterday it was up about 9%, and today it's down about 7%, getting whipsaw. You can see volume is starting to pick up in Dogecoin, but will it affect Tesla the same exact way? I know this is a lot to throw on your plate, but this is what we're tracking with Tesla. We are sitting right here in this zone, trading at 234.30, basically closed sideways on Friday, up 0.3%, but we have started to scale up. Now, as you guys can see, I have segments sectioned off from one another: the yellow segment, the blue segment, and the red segment, the yellow segment, the blue segment, and the red segment. Okay, this shows the first leg up in the cycle, where we're trading at now, and then the point of interest where Tesla has a great shot to make a new all-time high, and I want to talk about it right now. And to preface this, we could go back even further. You take a look at this U in the chart, you can see the same thing back here, this U in the chart, at which both points coincidentally also bounce off of this trend line, bounce back here around April of 2020, and then a bounce here around January of 2023. You also can see first leg up, yellow segment, very similar, and then where we're trading at right now. So lottery stocks, where are we going from here? Is this a clear indication that we're going to go up right through these parallel channels and then make a new all-time high? Well, not quite. Let me explain a couple things. First of all, I think Tesla is in a very good spot, not only with several different indicators, but also on the weekly time frame. If you take a look at the first cycle that we were tracking, you can see it started the week of about November 16th of 2020 over on Tesla. Got that first leg up, which is where we're tracking in the yellow segment. And you can see the SPY had the first jump, first week of November 2nd of 2020. So Tesla was about 2 weeks lagging behind to start scaling higher. And I think this is the same exact thing, right? This took the SPY to a new all-time high, as well as Tesla, that same exact bull run. And SPY has just started its rip the week ending October 30th. And then you take a look at Tesla, and it's finally starting to scale up, about 2 weeks lagging behind as well. Yes, it started to climb here and got a bounce here, but the strength isn't there compared to how the S&P 500 is moving. We also think the SPY is going to scale even higher towards the end of the year, touching 455 to 460 before retracing even further, but that's for another video. Overall, SPY just got rejected off the center of the Bollinger Bands, and you can see this is exactly where we're tracking back here. It came above the next day, based off of the middle, and then started to scale along top before making an all-time high. Another thing to note, from right here, the relative low, to the middle peak on Tesla was about a 26% move. The same exact thing, this relative low to the relative peak, 26% move where it got rejected at this trend line, and we were expecting a 10% retracement because that's what happened in the previous cycle. They don't have to play out exact, but they often play out very similarly, and we got about an 8.6% retracement so far on Tesla, bouncing off of around 226.75. We really wanted 221 or 221.50, but we didn't quite get there. Could that possibly still happen? Yes, I think that could still happen on Tesla. I ended up entering February 16th expiration, $250 strike price calls on Tesla, about $1,800 a contract, and you can get them cheaper. I think I entered a little bit too early, but I'm fine with my calls losing a bit of money before making me a very nice gain. Anyways, with that being said, where do I think it's going to go? I think Tesla is going to have some choppy trading and some fights sitting under 255 until January 1st. Once January 1st hits and beyond that point, I think Tesla is going to have some large breaks higher and large breaks to the upside. With that being said, it's traded in this very, very large wedge, and once a stock is trading in a break brand new trading range, it has a lot more room to go. And I think once Tesla breaks out of this range, which is going to be above 265, 270 to be safe, I think it has a lot more room to run, a lot more room to make a new all-time high. The previous cycle from the first leg up that we have been tracking was about 550%. And if we were to get that same exact move, I could see Tesla making a new all-time high in 2024 of about $670. Plus, if you bring in the fib retracement, it does actually work out with the chart from 670 to the relative low where the bounce off of this trend line is, which would actually be the cycle start. This is my outlook for 2024. I am extremely bullish on Tesla. We know fundamental wise it's a solid company. We know it's leading the EV sector. It's hard for the competitors to catch up. And just to sprinkle on top, Elon Musk, which brings us into the next point. Let me roll this clip for you guys.
Oh, they just have some legitimate grievances. Some of the same dynamic has been striking Elon Musk over the course of the last 24 hours. So Musk made a rather large Twitter boo-boo last night. Somebody on Twitter posted the following message, quote, "Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. I'm deeply disinterested in giving the tiniest bleep now about Western Jewish populations, coming to the disturbing realization that those hordes of minorities that support flooding their country don't exactly like them too much. You want truth said to your face? There it is." So that was the tweet. Musk then tweeted, "You have said the actual truth." And this set everything ablaze. So it is true, obviously, that certain Jewish organizations have bought into and promoted things like diversity, equity, and inclusion, which are gross distortions of the American dream. Nobody hates DEI more than I do. There are certain Jewish groups that are liberal in orientation who have supported that sort of stuff. Many of those groups have also pushed for open borders. It is also true that some of those organizations are now realizing post-October 7th that actually open immigration for people who hate Jews on an intersectional basis was pretty stupid. The problem with the original tweet is that it labels Jewish communities en masse. So my community, for example, pretty Jewish, has always opposed DEI and open borders. In fact, most Orthodox communities do. Presumably then, Musk was reading the term Jewish communities and instead seeing the letters ADL. And indeed, that's exactly what Musk then clarified. He said, quote, "The ADL unjustly attacks the majority of the West, despite the majority of the West supporting the Jewish people in Israel. This is because they cannot, by their own tenets, criticize the minority groups who are their primary threat. It is not right, and it needs to stop." And then Musk continued, "You are right that this does not extend to all Jewish communities. It is not just limited to the ADL." So that's a much more specific point, and it's certainly true. There are a lot of liberal Jewish organizations that supported a lot of the same policies that have now imported a lot of people who really hate Jews and Westerners into the West. And a lot of the very same people who are pushing DEI intersectional politics are now realizing the wages of that. That's true. The original tweet was wildly overbroad. But a huge number of people in the media decided now was the time to link Musk and the alt-right and the so-called Jewish question and support the notion that Musk is some sort of crypto-Nazi. Now, it's not a coincidence, again, that a lot of the people doing just that are happily calling for Israel to cease fire in its war with Hamas. See, very often anti-Semitism becomes a political football. When you can hang the label on Donald Trump or Elon Musk and you're on the left, you do it. However, when you're forced to denounce pro-Hamas protesters shouting from the river to the sea, Palestine must be free, suddenly you get a little shy. Thus, the same media, leaping on both Trump and Musk, has been downplaying the open Jew hatred at massive pro-Hamas protests around the globe, instead propagating lies about Israel's supposed human rights violations. Instead, they're focusing in on their political enemies like Trump and Musk and deeming them the acolytes of Hitler. Meanwhile, the actual Hitler acolytes who are out there waving Mein Kampf, they're like, those people, they are oppressed and brown. It might have more bite to hit Trump and Musk for supposed anti-Semitism if these people actually spent some actual time talking about the people who actually like Hitler on planet Earth, who are right now holding some 240 Jews and others hostage in Gaza and killed 1,200 people and have subjected the Gaza Strip to complete hellish tyranny for the last 20 years. But a lot of these same people are totally silent. In 1 second, we'll talk about their silence, because their silence is absolutely definite.
Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Enjoy your weekend. Let me know if you are playing Tesla. And if you want to join the Discord, the link is in the top of the description of the video. I'm in there on the daily, so you can come talk with me. We have options trading alerts in there. We talk stocks all day long, post gains, post losses, and you can copy my trades with the click of a button if you follow me on Frenetically. Both of those links are in the top of the description and pinned in the top comments, as well as the Moomoo link. Moomoo is partnering with me, allowing you guys to get up to 15 15 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock for just signing up and making a deposit. But not only that, the cash that's in your Moomoo account uninvested will earn 5.1% APY, which is extremely solid because let's say you signed up and made a deposit and then got free stocks and sold those stocks. You don't even have to look at your account again. Let that money just collect 5%. That is it, guys. Use those links to your advantage. Takes a few minutes out of your day. Plus, it's the weekend. The market's closed. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.